Why is Hyliion Stock crashing? What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the hoodie to prove that fact. And today we are going to be speaking about what has been a crazy week or so for Hyliion. As of recording this, we're sitting at pretty much $30 a share. Considering we peaked at above $55 a share, and only a few days ago when the merger went through, we were above 50. That's insane. So why do I believe that this is happening? There hasn't been any particularly bad news whatsoever. In fact, any piece of news that has come out in relation to this company has been positive. And there is a lot of lessons to be taken from Hyliion in my opinion, in regards to the differences of short-term investing and long-term investing. How people react when things are going good versus how people react when things are going bad. The difference between a long-term investor and somebody who would like to be a long-term investor. There's a lot of things I want to cover. I want to speak about why I personally believe that this is happening, and it's been something I've been saying on the channel for more than a month at this stage. A few little bits and pieces news-wise, but the main thing I want to just focus on is the price action, and also what I believe could potentially happen going forwards if I'm still long on this stock, if I'm holding, if I would even consider buying more at these levels. So right before we get into the video, my friend, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? It really helps me and the channel out. If you're new around here, what are you waiting for, my friend? Please hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. We're trying to get to 50,000. And drop me a comment down below. I want to know if you're still holding, if you've sold, or if you're buying more Hyliion. With that being said, guys, into the video. So I'm recording a little bit later than usual because I'm just back from a 2-day trip with my girlfriend. So the market is open as I am recording this. You can see that on the day, we are down pretty much 9% already. And it has not been good for this company since going public, to put it very, very lightly. So if we just look back on Hyliion stock chart, okay, let's just go way back in time to when we all found out about them, okay, the 18th of June, when a lot of people started investing. Was around here, a lot of people got in between 10 and 18, let's say. We went on this big run, okay, so from the very start, literally within the first week, there was so much excitement surrounding this company for a couple of major reasons. The first one being, this was the first real EV SPAC we saw come into play after Nikola. And we also what happened with Nikola, a 900% jump in a very short period of time. There was a lot of retail investors, a lot of people who were just chasing short-term gains, and people made it. Then a lot of those people got out. You know, a lot of people made some money. We came back down. I mean, they dropped over 40%, 45%. We consolidated, okay? We traded between kind of 17 and 21 for a very long time. Then we got our second win, okay? And that's when we went on this other really nice run, all the way up to $55 a share. This is where I started getting some hate, because I said I did not think that in the short term they were a good buy anywhere between $40 and $50 a share. Keep in mind, I am an investor. I have a cost basis of, I believe, $20 or so. I actually initially bought very high in the 30s, and I also bought in the 16s and 17s. When you look at the chart, okay, I want everybody to remember as well, there truly was not much very important news coming out here. I mean, there was no product development, there wasn't many big customers, so there was some speculation here and there, but there really wasn't that much big news. I also want you guys to keep in mind, okay, we've a market cap of sub $1 billion. That's a small market cap, people. It is going to be very volatile for a very long time, in my opinion. This here, okay, in my opinion, was hype. People wanted to get in before the merger. People wanted a quick buck, you know? You wanted to make 100, maybe 150% within a month or two. And a lot of people did that. Now it's been extremely underwhelming since. We briefly hit about $53 once the merger actually went through, before going on this horrific sell-off, down pretty much 45%. And that is over the span of 6 trading days, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a particularly good day today. So I always thought that this here was not justified. And generally, if an up move like that isn't justified, you're going to see a big down move. Now this was a massive down move. So initially, I think we saw a lot of people taking profits, okay? There was a lot of short-term investors in here, a lot of swing traders in here. They made their money and they're gone. Who knows, they may keep trading it, they may get in at lower prices, but for now, a lot of them are gone. Then the contract happened, okay? A lot of people bought in. Again, a lot of short traders bought in. It wasn't a lot of long-term investors buying here. I mean, the long-term investors were buying here and here and here. They weren't buying the day before the merger. I mean, just think about it logically. I'm sure some people were, but the majority of people were all here, and even a lot up here. So the majority of what we've seen happen lately, in my opinion, was short-term investors. And there we go, we just dropped below $30 a share in Hyliion, something I didn't think we were going to see, in all honesty. So that's how I think it began. It began with the short-term traders taking their profits as they do. Then I do believe some stop losses may have been triggered. People said 10%, 15%, 20%, and they all just have this snowball effect and we lose so much money. Now I can see it. people are afraid. I mean, so afraid. There's a lot of people who are probably in the red with Hyliion now, who were up 50+%. They're afraid, they're selling, they're cutting their losses, maybe they want to get back in lower. It's creating this massive snowball effect. And so this is the thing. Everybody wants to be a long-term investor, but not everybody is willing to be a long-term investor. Yeah, it's easy to say, I'm long on Hyliion, when you buy at $20 a share and very quickly they go up to 55. Yeah, I'm a long-term investor. I mean, I'm already up 175+%. I'll just hold, who really cares? Then you see your money going down, and you see your money going down very, very quickly. And you may realize, you know what? I don't have the stomach for this. I'm selling. Remember when we were $50 a share? How many of you would have loved the opportunity to buy Hyliion below $30 after losing 40% of its value? So many of you, when things were going good. That is the thing. If you are a long-term investor, you want to buy when there is blood in the water. Right now there's blood in the water. You want to be greedy when others are fearful. Right now a lot of people are full of fear. I think a lot of people got in this company without truly understanding them. They haven't done due diligence and now they're afraid, and I do think that is the single biggest reason for this sell-off. There is no negative news out there. There's no analyst dropping price targets. There's no contracts falling through. There has been nothing but positive news for this company for a very long period of time now. So genuinely I do think that this sell-off is largely psychological. And that's fine, that's to be expected. I recently said when we were in the mid-30s, I'd consider buying some more. So yeah, now if we're in the 20s, I'm definitely going to contemplate adding some more to my position. I'm long on Hyliion. I did say before I would sell if we hit $70 in a very short period of time. I think that was somewhere around here. And I said if we hit $70 very quickly, I'll sell and I'll take my what would have been 250+% profit, and I would have bought back in lower or else gone on to the next stock. But now that that move has not happened, I've zero intentions of selling. If anything, I'm going to build a bigger position. This is long-term investing, guys. Massive sell-offs happen all of the time. Here is a picture that I absolutely love. I shared it in my private Discord a while ago, okay? It's speaking about Amazon, one of the most successful companies in the entire world, okay? And look at this. So Amazon has declined 10%, 29 times. 20%, 14 times, 30% 8 times, 40% 5 times, 50% 4 times, 90% once. Yet, their return since going public is 150,000+%. This right here is long-term investing. Long-term investing isn't this. It doesn't just go up forever. I just hit my hat. It's volatile. It's what it is, guys, especially if you're investing in a small market cap, hyped up EV speculative play. What do you really expect, my friends? If you're a long-term investor, just look at this picture, okay? And then look at it again. And then screenshot it and set it as the background to your laptop, your computer, and your phone. And look at it every single day. Volatility is normal. It really is that simple, my friends. I can't say this surprises me. You want to know how I know this was so hyped up? Was because I was getting hate for saying it wasn't a good buy in the short term at $50 a share. That was after the price had run up over 400% pretty much. And I'm an EV guy on YouTube. I completely respect that. That's how I know it was hyped up though. That's how I know people were too emotionally attached to this company. They weren't willing to listen to reason. They're not investing with their heads. They just see green. They just see money. That's not what long-term investing is, my friends. And now I think we're in a bit of a weird place where we're seeing the shorts get out of the stock, taking their money. They've won. They're very happy. But I think we're also seeing a lot of people who want to be long-term investors but simply aren't cut out for it getting out as well because they can't handle the red. They can't handle seeing their 50 to 100% gains come down to 0% or 10-20%. They don't believe in the analysis that they have done enough. They are running away with whatever profit or loss they have now because they realize they didn't do the due diligence. They didn't do the research. This is not Hyliion's fault at all, in my opinion. In fact, I think Thomas Healy has handled everything incredibly well. Let's keep in mind, this is also part of a broad market sell-off in general. I mean, Trump had the Roni, and then this whole stimulus deal, blah, blah, blah. But I genuinely do think the biggest reason is it's just people getting scared. There still is predominantly only positive articles being written about Hyliion. If a sell-off like this was happening with Workhorse, or with Tesla, or Lordstown Motors even, everybody would be slandering them. I mean, they would be attacking them horrifically. But for some reason everybody loves Hyliion. But there's still lots of positive articles out there. Like this one, the Hyliion CEO draws distinctions between besieged Nikola. And essentially Thomas Healy just comes on and says, you know, they've delivered products to customers and that's a big difference between Hyliion and Nikola. And despite that, Nikola's still going up. I think Nikola's just pretty much one of the most manipulated companies ever. Full stop, ever. But Healy said there's a drastic difference in the business plan and business model, okay? With hydrogen fuel cells, you need to build out all of this infrastructure. We already have over 700 natural gas stations. The capital we're bringing in, we're using to develop and deploy the technology. So yeah, they're two completely different companies. We don't even need to get into this. Another article right here, Hyliion CEO, we're going after the commercial vehicle space. Very important thing to know as a long-term investor. Don't forget everything you've ever read about the growing EV market. I know this is a little bit different. We're speaking about powertrain solutions. I respect that. But still, people are very short-sighted in the market at times. But basically, guys, that really is all it is. I don't know what you want me to tell you. There is not one particular reason this is happening. It simply is the investors that are pushing the price down. It's people selling the stock. And I do think now it's probably going to be a considerable period of time before we're back at 55 and approach $60 a share. And I'm okay with that. I think that's fine. But I'm also a long-term investor, and I also like to think I can keep a relatively level head when evaluating these companies. And this hasn't taken me by surprise. Now, I didn't think we'd go this low in all honesty, but I did think a big sell-off was due. Not necessarily a 45+% sell-off, but you get the picture. But guys, that's where I stand with Hyliion. I'm still a long-term investor. I'm still holding. We are actually at prices now where I would consider buying more. You guys haven't heard me say that in probably months on this channel in regards to Hyliion. And I think that's the difference between a long-term investor who has done their due diligence and done their research and somebody who's just buying based off of the hype. So just ask yourself, what kind of investor are you? And you should know what to do next. But that really is where I stand on Hyliion, guys. I'm sorry I don't have a definitive answer for you, but I think if anybody tries to give you one, they are going to be clutching at straws. I mean, very thin, very loosely spread straws. But anyway, my friend, if you have watched until the end of the video, I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me, so just thank you for sticking around and thank you for supporting me. If you did enjoy the video, could I please ask you to hit that like button, drop me a comment and subscribe if you're new around here, because all of that helps me out so much more than I can describe. And also, if you are interested, please hit the first link in my description and sign up to my Patreon. You'll get full access to my private Discord group. In there, you'll get access to my buy and sell alerts, new ticker symbols to watch. We have chats for Hyliion for every stock we speak about on the channel. It's an awesome community of well over 350 people at this stage. Lots of value in there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you for another one tomorrow. Peace.